Hello and happy 2019, everyone. I wanted to take a second to let you guys know what's going on and give some shout outs to some friends that are doing incredible things right now. Um, let's start off with the shout outs because I feel like that's the bread and butter of this. First of all, shout out to my homegirl Kayla, who has started a Kickstarter for a short film and has been writing a novel. Energy Has a Pulse. It's fantastic, and she's getting a lot of traction on it. She's got her own website that she's building now, and the novel's coming through great. The short film, the Kickstarter's starting to get some traction as well, and she is doing huge things. And 2019 is definitely going to be her year, and that's fantastic because I'm not a fan of the phrase deserving, like you deserve it. The girl has earned it. The girl has busted her tail day in and day out to make a better life for herself, and things have started to turn around for the better, and I'm so happy for her success. I really am. It's incredible. She is that story of someone who came from nothing and crawled their way out of the trenches and made something out of themselves and is continuing to succeed at life, and she's kicking ass at life right now, and that's awesome, and I'm so proud of her. The other person I would like to give some props to is my buddy Derek, who is keeping 4am Productions alive. He is doing some promotional stuff. He is broadcasting himself out there, and he's on his way to doing some big things. He's working on projects. He's taking the bull by the horns, and he's running with it, and I think that's awesome. My buddy Zach is also doing the same thing with his photography, and I think that's incredible. He has been taking a lot of pictures lately. I follow you on Instagram, buddy, and it's amazing that I have people who are doing things that they love. Me and Andy are still doing the Jackson Ritz podcast about wrestling stuff. Andy's huge on wrestling. I'm kind of fading out, if I'm being honest with you, but it's okay because there is other wrestling out there that's incredible, and we've been keeping that going, and we're with some really awesome people that are kind of, I don't want to say holding us accountable, but giving us that brotherhood motivation that I think that we really needed. And the company that we're not signed with, but we're kind of partnered with, is A2D Radio, and all those guys are just incredible. So that's been going really good, and I'm doing this where I'm talking about just what goes through my mind and how my mind works and things that I'm realizing in life, and I don't expect anything to come of this. The main point of it is that I hope that I can give my ideas and my thoughts on something, and it possibly resonates with someone, or it gives someone the motivation that they need to get their life in gear, or it gives them that extra motivational push that they need to achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve in life. And so that's what I'm here for. And I'm not going to say it's my calling or anything, but it's something that I enjoy doing, and I'm going to continue to do that. I've started working out every single day because I'm realizing that working out and feeling like I have a purpose and feeling like that I'm creating a goal for myself that I want to accomplish has made me head and shoulders happier than I was before. I'm still planning on all my traveling stuff. I've actually got a trip to New York planned in April, which I cannot wait because I want to see my family because I miss them. And I've also got some friends that I've been reaching out to and keeping in contact with and rebuilding my bridges that they weren't necessarily burnt. Let's just say they were abandoned. We just fell off, and we're picking back up now, and I'm really happy about that because the people who I've been communicating with, I feel are good for the soul. Most of the people that I classify as friends are good people. Not all. I'm still working on that, but it's been awesome to continue to communicate face to face, over the phone, talking with words out of my mouth to people that I care about and people that I look at as family and that kind of stuff. Like it's awesome. I feel like I personally, I can only speak for myself, that I've used social media a lot more, and it's caused problems that I didn't even know about with people that I care about deeply. And while I still will use it as a tool to keep in touch with these people, I feel like the bigger thing is hearing their voice and having those conversations and laughing with each other at the same time, not reading something a day later and then laughing about it and like the moment's pretty much gone. You know what I mean? Like, I had a conversation with Kayla, the person I mentioned earlier, and she was talking about ideas for her webpage that she was making for the novel and everything. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning of this one, but she is having a webpage made as well, and she's doing it pretty much all by herself, and it should hopefully be done by the end of the year. So I'm really stoked about all this. But she started talking about ideas for her name for her novel and this, that, and the other, and we ended up extending that conversation to like an hour and a half almost. And I can't remember the last time I had an hour and a half conversation over the phone. That's crazy to me. And the reason why it's crazy to me is that I remember there was a time when I would speak to friends for 4, 5, 6 hours at a time over the phone. Granted that it might have been on a cell phone, it might have been on like a bootleg ass Nokia that was a brick that you could throw against a wall and run it over with a tractor and it still work. But I would talk to people over the phone and we would laugh and we would chat. And me and Kayla brought that back, and it was awesome. And it doesn't sound like a big deal to some people, but to me, still being able to have a conversation in this day and age is awesome to me. I feel like that social media has made a lot of people become more introverted than they should be, and I feel like it's really hindered people's social skills, with or without friends, whether it has to be with friends, strangers, co-workers, bosses, family, whatever. I feel like it's really hindered people's ability to talk to one another, and I feel like it's damaging our society heavily. So being able to talk to her has been awesome. I'm trying to keep things as positive as possible. I'm trying to cut out all negativity of my life, whether it's acquaintances, toxic family members, whatever. I started purging my Facebook, and a funny thing happened with that. I have to get more comfortable for this. So I mentioned on Facebook that I was going to be purging, and the reason why was because I had a lot of people who I maybe spoke to once, maybe twice. We don't hang out. I don't know your last name. We don't talk in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I had you on my Facebook, and your Facebook posts were blowing up my Facebook page. I'm going to shoot straight with you. I don't give a crap about half the posts that these people were putting out. So what I did was, if I hadn't spoken to you through a certain period of time, or we did not have some type of really, really solidified bond, I started deleting people. And the funniest thing happened is that I posted that I was like midway through my purge, and that it felt good to start seeing posts from people I actually care about and seeing posts that I actually care about. I started getting likes from people that I hadn't heard from or spoken to in a long time. And you can take that as you will. You could take it as, well, they just didn't want to be deleted, or maybe they saw it and it resonated with them, or whatever you want to think. You can think more into it, you can look into it more or not, it doesn't really matter. But I'm happy that happened, because I feel like the doorway to communication between me and these people is now open again, and I can start rebuilding these relationships to where they go from being acquaintances to being friends again, and friends into like lifetime buddies, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I think that's awesome, and I want to take it as a way to teach myself and as a way to help myself grow. And I think it's doing that because I'm keeping up. I'm able to comment more. I'm chatting with people. I'm rebuilding, and it's a beautiful feeling. So that's pretty much what's been going on so far. We're 11 days into the new year, and so far it's been awesome. And I'm hoping that your new year has started off awesome, and if it hasn't, change whatever it is you're doing that's making it not awesome. This is the year to make yourself happy. If you keep saying, well, I'm going to do this and that's going to make me happy, I'm going to do that and it's going to make me happy, but you don't do anything to take those steps, you're going to stay where you are. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to have peace in their life. There's a lot of things that you can control, and there's a lot of things that you can't control. Start taking control of the things that you can, and stop worrying about the things that you can't. If you have student loan debt, listen, I'm with you on that. It ain't going nowhere. It's still gonna be there. You can't control that. You can't pay off your student loan debt within a month. It's gonna be there regardless. So stop worrying about that. Worry about things that are important. Worry about your dreams. Worry about what career you want to do. Worry about what project you want to work on. Worry about what hobby you want to do. Worry about getting yourself in a better position than you are today. Worry about teaching yourself. Worry about learning new things. Worry about building rapport. Worry about solidifying your status with people. Worry about communicating better. Worry about building more on your relationships. Put more time and energy into those things. Because putting time and energy into things that are positive and things that are better for you and good for your soul, everything, it's going to make everything else fall into place. Everything else will fall into place. I can 99% tell you that if you do what makes you happy, things will fall into place. I'm not telling you to just have a positive mindset and do literally nothing about it. You got to do the work too. But we're humans. We have a reward system that's built into our DNA that every time we accomplish something, we just feel better. Think about whenever you do a puzzle. If you complete a puzzle, you feel awesome. You do a project and you finish it, you feel awesome. You have a sense of accomplishment. You have a sense of pride. Do that, man. Do the things that make you happy. If you're in a bad situation, get out. Sitting around is not going to change it. Sitting around is not going to make it better. Either change it for the better or get out of it. In any situation, I kind of ranted there. I apologize. My mind just does whatever the hell it wants to do. But again, happy 2019. Look for the things that make you happy. Cut out toxic. And keep on keeping on, man.